Hello colleagues. Previously, I have already made several videos about the analysis of ideas on Upwork. But today, it's not about finding ideas. Today, in video, some information about the direct use of Upwork as a freelancer's income channel. Let me remind you that Russia attacked Ukraine. According to some estimates, the Ukrainian economy will fall by more than 50%. Although my specialization is IT, I and my business are also under attack. Why? Because my business was tied to Ukrainian small business, which was very often tied to Russian products and services. I had to lay off 20% of the workers. In this situation, I and the team need to look for new expertise and sales channels. I proceeded from the fact that small businesses will always exist, and the result of work of my team will always be in demand. No one expected that such a risk could happen. In general, the risk happened. I started looking for some products and services that can be offered to Ukrainian businesses, and how my business can be useful to foreign businesses. A similar path has already been passed repeatedly on regional freelance sites, therefore, I follow the same scheme with Upwork. If you are interested in recommendations on how to create a task in order to find best freelancers, write about it in the comments. Now, let's try to figure out how to get started on Upwork and earn your first $100. Registering on Upwork. I had an unfinished Upwork profile created a long time ago. There was a great desire to do a research for a new expertise, but there was not enough time. It had more than 100 credits, which accumulated there during the year. For each answer to the proposed work, you must pay these 2 or 4 credits. My business is tied to short-cycle tasks, that is why I am only interested in such tasks. You need to understand that even if you do not need to work as a freelancer, I recommend registering now. Because answering on tasks is not only an attempt to get a job and earn some money, but also an opportunity to find out details about your competitor's business, perhaps even gain access to some of its internal components of business. Therefore, these credits will not be needless, although they are not so expensive. Preparing a profile. For this stage, you need to add some skills to your profile that correspond to your specialization and the types of work that you have done before in your portfolio. Even if you haven't done anything before, you need to add 1 or 2 jobs within the scope of tasks that you are interested in and that you are sure that you can implement. Due to the specifics of my field, I added only 1 work, because it is rather problematic to visualize the result of the work of automating some business process using API. Also, don't forget to verify yourself as a real person. Search. Upwork has a very good tool for saving search queries to exclude certain keywords from searches. That is, it makes it possible to create such a feed with tasks that you will be comfortable working with based on your current expertise and the amount of free time that you are willing to spend on research and searching for the necessary tasks. If your business is somehow related to IT, and today, I'm sure, any business is related to IT, I consider it necessary to create such a feed to understand where your industry is heading. I definitely recommend segmenting the feed in such a way that you come across tasks in which you need to obtain new expertise, which can later be projected onto other tasks so as not to end up in a situation like my business. When working with dozens of services at a time is no longer possible. Stage of communication with the client. At this stage, you should pay attention to the feedbacks about the client, and the number of freelancers who answered the task. For example, I leave in the search only those tasks that answered, up to 10 freelancers. Where there is high competition, these areas are not interesting to me. When responding to a task, you should not use a fully prepared template, but you should use several templates segmented for the client's task so that they correspond to the task that the client writes about. Also, in the answer, it is worth asking some clarifying questions on the task. A question from your side will indicate that you have read the task, and if the client answers it, then you will at least get back 10 credits that freelancers use to answer. Reputation. It must be understood that the ease of obtaining an order will depend on the number of completed tasks and customer reviews. Therefore, when you first have a client, you may need to do a little more than what the clients ask for. Your price. This applies not only to freelancing but to business in general. The same service can cost as much as $10 or $1,000. The cost may depend on the additional services that you provide as part of the task, such as types of support, or quick communication with the client. Also, the cost depends on the task execution speed and the quality of its implementation. Even if you do something today for $20, there will definitely be a client who will pay you $100 if he is confident in the quality completion of this task. Upwork features. It will be a plus to purchase the Membership Plan Plus, which gives an additional 80 credits, and the ability to see the rates of freelance competitors for each task you are interested in. This pricing plan also provides other options that you can use to structure your expertise information. Even if you fail to make money on Upwork, do not forget that this service can still be used in the following way. Explore the work of new expertise or a new business model. Gain access to internal information of competitors' businesses. Find new ideas for developing your business. Peace.